the conference and advancing to this NCAA tournament. And the Colonials, everything starts with Bo Columbus.
Absolutely. Columbus winning the NEC Player of the Year as a specialist. Been fantastic. Third in the entire country in face-off percentage. Also scooping up 123 ground balls. He's been absolutely fantastic for RMU.
Here we go, face-off coming up in midfield as we get the NCAA tournament underway here. Robert Morris hosting Air Force and Bo Columbus, who we just talked about, winning that opening face-off for Robert Morris. Colonials are in white. They will go right to left across your screen. Air Force in the black shirts and blue shorts. Garrow Von Dane, Nathan Breisinger here in Pittsburgh. And 32 goals for Burr. And Columbus pushes this face-off ahead, and the Colonials control. But it's dislodged, and so is the stick of Brennan, who loses the ball, but the Colonials hang on. But a triple team dislodges the ball and takes it away. Air Force forcing the turnover. And here come the Falcons, trying to get it across midfield. Errant pass. Daniel Haimes.
Placement to tie it up.
Very athletic Triggs doing it by himself. Offense here so far in this game for both teams, and Air Force, mentioned at the outset, second in the nation in shooting percentage.
And Pinges, he took all that space he had, went in and fired it over Fector.
Number one on the year. Record-setting season for Air Force this year in Colorado Springs. And the Falcons take the face-off, have the ball, and a 3.
Can put that in a hurry, and he does it again.
Yeah, Burr's one of those guys that can score from anywhere. Great hands on number 47. Some guys do it with the legs, Burr with the hands. Here comes Air Force, back the other way.
Oh, all year long. A couple of tough goals up against him so far, but it's Driggs, just great placement.
And here comes another quick shot in transition right off the face.
Kourasis getting that assist. Just great find to locate Yago down low. Wide open.
Yago in 35th goal.
Yeah, so similar. A little deja vu maybe with the way diving in front of that crease. But this one waved off. Still early, though. Plenty of time. But that game, how chaotic was it? LIU had taken the lead with 23 seconds to go in that game, and then off the draw, off the face-off, RMU had to go down in a hurry and score and cut it off before the post. What a shot from Driggs on Fector.
He's just one of those guys that can score from anywhere on the field. Oh, and a bouncing ball. Colonials couldn't pick it up. Had a man there, Brian Simmons, but instead Air Force hustling to the ball.
Now that hopped up on Simmons like 3 times. That is one you host. No one on him, and a goal for the Falcons.
Rassis joins the party for Air Force. And man, the Colonials in trouble now. Air Force has the ball again after the face-off win. But it's dropped on the near side. Can the Colonials get to it offensively? Colonials been getting some help from their goaltender, Nate Fector. And Air Force getting 4 goals from star player Kalen Driggs, who has dazzled in this game. Face off in midfield. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half. NCAA opening round game. Hear the little noise here late in the half. Air Force scored the first 2 goals of the quarter to stretch their lead to 5, but now RMU scratching out a couple, and they get the ball again after the face-off win. Nate Fector for RMU to our right. Face-off in midfield. And Air Force takes the face-off. Something that's been tough to do against the Colonials. Bo Columbus has been dominant.
Yeah, Columbus is, can basically label him as an elite face-off specialist, but right now, of the year, but had a goal and an assist in both the semifinals and championship games in the NEC tournament, keeping that going here with a huge goal.
And Columbus wins another face-off, but his pass is deflected away, and Air Force.
And he found a spot and buried it.
Air Force. And how big was that forced turnover for the Falcons? Getting the ball back after Colonials were building all that momentum. RMU wins that face-off. They try to get it right back. Colonials in transition. A long sticker playing it.
Those 2 games prior had 9 points in 2 games, so you know what he can do and the way he can produce, and that goal just a tough one to get to the net past the Colonials defense.
Columbus the goal, and the Colonials still with the man-up opportunity, so big face-off here for Bo Columbus.
And Connor Albertson for the Falcons using all that 6'1", 173-pound frame, but gets called for the unnecessary roughness. So RMU a minute man-up advantage here, trying to double up. But too late for the Colonials with Zach Tucker.
Triggs with 3 goals in the first quarter, had 4 early in the second quarter, but now Peen with 3 of his own for the Falcons. Robert Morris with the ball. Now, if you're going to be playing catch-up, like Robert Morris, you need a guy like Bo Columbus winning face-offs.
The RMU goal scored by number 47, David Burr.
34th of the year for Burr. And this time the Falcons win the face-off. Air Force with a 3-goal lead. Air Force. And it's given back to Robert Morris. Air Force trailed 1-0 in the first for all but a couple of minutes of this game. But still in it. Air Force. Suffocating defense today. And RMU within 2. Face-off in midfield. And they're going to call that against the Air Force face-off man, Jake Knapp. Robert Morris ball.
But the stop, as you said, Garrett Driggs just continuing to pour it on. 5th goal of the day for him.
First since early in the second quarter, but just his 58th of the year. Jeez. Robert Morris wins the face-off. They're going to have to keep doing that in this 4th quarter. Going to be tough to come back against this Air.
Fransky had a hat trick, so just waiting for his time. This time, though, he scores for the Falcons.
Back-to-back goals for Air Force. They've scored 3 of the last 4. And they win the face-off. Air Force in command. We've seen some strange things in lacrosse over the years. Robert Morris wins another face-off. Bo Columbus in perhaps his last game. A hit at midfield.
But nonetheless, a very important goal for Robert Morris to try to crawl back in this thing.
Breaks a string of 3 unanswered for Air Force. And a big battle for it here in midfield, but the Falcons come away with it. Hard work, taking shots was Frieri. But the Colonials force the turnover, and RMU gets the ball back. So here
just was out of his cage during that play, thinking the play maybe was dead on the other end.
There was a lot of confusion too, because goaltender Merrick looked like he was arguing something with the official. Maybe he was just showing him the ball emphatically. I'm not sure what was going on. I was trying to figure out that discussion. But it all adds up to an Air Force goal, and they lead it by 5 with just 2:08 to go.